morning, Q fam. Quilty here. How are we all going? Hope you're all doing well. All right, we're going to do another Mates for Mates creation. So this one will be this coffee table. Now, it's a bit mouldy. Another freebie that we got. I'll resto it. But this time, I'm thinking I'm going to run with the router a groove all the way through, so a bit of a river, and then fill that with like a blue resin, tidy up the top, fully restore it, paint the bottom, and then we'll put it on the store page. And once again, the 100% of the profits will go to Mates for Mates. So the cat stand is still up in our store, so once that sells, as I said, as soon as the money comes in, straight to Mates for Mates, 100% of the profits. Okay, next thing, what are we going to do here? Tidy this up, clean it up, get some of this black mold off. You'll be able to see on the top here. Get it looking back to A1. Put a nice Resin River through it. Whether I do one river or interjoining one into the center, who knows? We'll play it by ear. I've probably got about 2-3 litres of resin left. So a nice shallow cut all the way through and fill that with a blue. We should look great. Anyway, guys, if you're liking the videos, please like, comment, subscribe, share them around. Loving all the love that I'm getting lately. Appreciate it, 100%. So, let's chit chat. Let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so you can now see a little bit closer the black mold that I was talking about. It's stained into the timber. This has been outside pretty much since the big rains that we got. But not a drama, I'll sand it back, cleaned up before we start marking out where we're going to do the resin. And we'll pull the legs off shortly as well. Yeah, as you can see, there's the original colour. That's the colour I'm going to try and go from the top. And you can see with the mould starting to creep around the edge here. Shouldn't be too hard to get rid of though. Alright, so there's the legs off. As I said, they're in good condition other than they're dirty and a bit mouldy and whatnot. So what I will do is clean it up, hit it with a bit of bleach as well, just to make sure that mould doesn't come back, and then I'll re-spray paint it. Alright, so that's all the mould. Now you can start to see where it's a little more faded. I'll zoom in so you can see. It's a little bit rusty, a little bit worn, but definitely anything a bit of paint won't fix. So I will now spray this, seal it all up, and that's the legs done. There's nothing special about them. They just need a bit of love, a bit of a wipe, and once they're painted, they will look $1 million. As I said, quick lick of paint, and all that mould, all that rust, gone. To answer a few questions that I've received, why have I decided to start, I guess, doing charitable works with the veteran community. One, being a veteran myself, and the help that I've received through charitable organisations that's helped me and my family with my mental health after leaving defence has been fantastic. And I think working with people like Mates for Mates and doing a fundraiser, and it's a way of giving back, putting in, giving myself a bit of purpose and helping out in my own way, and controlling it so I'm not exposed to, I guess, the Defence Force lifestyle anymore, but by doing it through a third-party charity, still giving back. We often have done many charitable giving away dog beds and all the other good stuff, and who knows what over the years. But I think this puts more of a spotlight on the veteran community. Most of my mates or people that I know that have suffered usually do it quietly, and I'm hoping by putting myself out there and putting the spotlight on mental health and what I'm doing, hopefully it gives people a little bit more courage or whatever it is that they need to kind of either get help or do something selfless. And I enjoy doing this stuff. As I said, most of the time I am at home due to my mental health conditions. So the ability to give back and help out where I can, I am enjoying. I'm enjoying the feeling of doing it. As I said, the sense of purpose that it gives me. So if me making a few random things in the shed helps out, then geez Louise, I'll be more than happy to do it. But all right, moving on from here. What I'm going to do with the table is we're going to sand it back. We're going to get straight into it. I'm going to sand this. I might give it a white first just to see if this mold buggers off, because some of this stuff doesn't seem too ingrained in the wood. It looks a little bit on the surface. So yeah. Oh, and also I've got a new haircut. I don't have my long hair anymore. Head feels naked. But no, it was too hard to maintain. It's ridiculous. Every time I got up, I had to bloody put it in a ponytail or a man bun because it'd fall into my eyes. And I definitely didn't braid it as much as I thought it would and look like a Viking. Just looked like some sort of weird hipster. Anyway, alright, onwards and upwards. Let's get rid of some of this mold. Okay, so a lot of the mold, the surface mold, has definitely come off. There is mold here, here, here. There's still mold that's got into the timber, so I'm gonna have to, especially along this side here and there, that's like in the grain. So I'm definitely gonna have to sand it back. So that's the next thing. That's what we're doing. Let's get into it. Fuck's sake.
But all there will ever be is what's happening here.
Every fucking time.
In the decision we make.
Right. The smell of this timber, whilst I've been sanding it. Think like your nana's house and that old wooden furniture, or like an uncle or auntie's house that, you know, they might have smoke in the house as well as like having very old furniture. That's the smell I get as I sanded all that edges then and used the fibrous wheel. It was just like this, yeah, ye olde, musky, cigarette smelled house. It just was, it was weird. Anyway, that's all the polish off. Underside clean, top side clean. I will go over it one more time now just with the light sander. But actually no, I won't. I'll start marking out where the river's going to go. And what I'm thinking is I'll go 4 points into the center. So 4 small rivers into a bit of a lake in the center. And we'll call it the pond table, or the lake table. I don't know. But that's the plan. We'll go with that. Put rocks in it, put shells in it. I don't know. Might just stick with a nice blue river with a bit of whitewash on the top or something, eh? Alright, so yeah, I'm going to mark it out. Stay tuned, it should get a little more interesting. Haven't used a router for a while, so that'll definitely be fun. Yeah, exciting. Alright, see you soon. As you can see, I have not used my router for some time. I'm not even sure what the... Jesus. I can't remember the last time I used it. Hidden away in the drawer. Alright. I can't remember which one is the... I think these are the plunging ones. Oh man. Maybe this one? Maybe that one? Feels like something that would chop and dig. Chop and dig. I might go a little first. I might go something like this, just to have a bit of a go. Oh, that is so messed up in there. Oh, this is going to be fun. Said I haven't used this for a while. Not great with the router. I'm pretty sure I used it to cut out circles at one point in time. So definitely not a... Just remember, I'm not a tradesman in the timber. So a router is like a specialist tool, I guess. We'll go that deep to start off with, and no deeper. Tighten that up. Alright, who knows what's going to happen here. As I said, I have not done this for some time. So, yeah, wish me luck. Safety, safety. Alright, I know it doesn't look like much yet, but that's, I guess, the depth. I don't want to go too deep. As I said, I want them all puddling into the middle. So we'll just keep going with the current shape. I'll tidy it up towards the end. But yeah, this is going a lot easier than I thought. I thought this was going to be really hard. well. I'm covered in sawdust, also known as man glitter, cave glitter, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so here is the lake. Here's the rivers, all the runoff and the centre. Could have done stencil, could have done a, I don't know, dinosaur for fuck's sake. Could have been anything. But we'll stick to the simple lake for this one because I want to cover the whole table in a, we'll make it look like a river lake. Here I have left the edges, so when I pour the resin, it doesn't just run off like a few of the other, so what we learned the other stuff with the beach resin. But yeah, all this fuzzy stuff that's running along the edges, I'll sand off or Stanley knife off and get that nice and tidy. But we're definitely getting the shape there. I may have been using the router wrong. I don't care. I don't know how to use one. I've, you know, bought one, give it a go. I used to cut out circles out of this type of stuff when I used to use them. So that could have been the wrong attachment. That could have been anything. Everything could have been wrong on that. But it felt safe. It felt I could control it and I could get this done without damaging the tool or myself. So that's always a win in my books. Alright guys, give it a bit of a sand and then we'll get into some resin, eh? I know we just said let's sand it, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to add some more depth. Give the river table a little more depth. So what I mean is that I'm going to just run some channels through it that are a bit deeper, put a bit of a hole here or something, just so when it's done and you can look into it, it makes the water look a lot deeper, river, creek-like. So. Alright, you can see by doing that deeper plunge cut and plunges all over it, it's given it a bit of depth. So when I fill it up with resin, in theory these areas that I've gone down a bit deeper and stepped down and all the good stuff, will give it a bit of depth, make it look I guess like a light clear blue, darker blue, deeper holes, you know, I guess a rock pool type thing. I did, with the camera off before, I did try and touch it with the torch to get some of the fur. There's like a lot of fur bits off here that I can't actually get them off. Like I'm having a lot of trouble sanding them because I can't get into the hole. Hey Alpha, what are you doing, mate? So I tried to torch it. It didn't exactly go to plan, so I'll have to come up with a way to kind of get rid of some of these furry bits. Right, as I was just saying, I was just using the fibrous disc sander here, which cleaned up this really good, removed all the furry bits. But I'm going to go to the steel one, right, just to kind of give it, I guess, the direction of the river bed look. We'll see what it looks like. If it looks terrible, then I guess I'll just sand it. I'm going to zoom in and show you a perfect example of why I was wearing my glasses, my safety glasses, especially with wire wheels. Alright, I can feel them all flicking off. So there's one there. It's a piece of metal. There's a few over there. And there's a few, oh, there's one over there. And there's some behind it as well, up there. Alright, so all of those come off at breakneck speed. These little bits of wire from that wire wheel. You get hit in the eye with one of them, that's a trip to hospital. You ain't washing them out. There they are there. So yeah, safety, eye protection when you're wearing with the wire wheel stuff. You okay, Alfie? Hey? Got Alpha helping out in the shed today. Alright, we're going to go very similar, I guess, pours as the resin beach table that we did. So I think it's the same stuff here, A and B, 1:1. Pretty sure it is, yeah, 1:1 ratio. Easy mix, 1:1. So the first pour I'm going to do is try and get all these ones down here, the nice and dark, for that deep look. But I don't want to go too dark that you lose the depth. So I want to keep that still see-through, but a darker blue. Alright, the dark, metallic, 1, 2. 1, 2. Who, yeah, as I said, who cares? Mix it up. Whoa. Hey guys, it's day 2. It's set overnight. It's nice and hard. This pearlescent blue, a lot of the, I guess, glitter, the shiny stuff in it, has gone to the top in certain places. Other than that, no bugs in it, no dust has seemed to settle in it, so that's good. So this next one will be a teal, and then the final one will be a clear with a bit of white mixed through it. So we'll get straight into mixing this one up. Alright, you should definitely be able to see what I've tried to do here by going, I've tried to do the rivers converging in a bit of a whirlpool in the centre. I know, jazzy, who would have thought, whirlpool table. What I'm going to do is heat it up, try and push into these final little spots and sides that I've, I guess, missed before I do the final pour, because I don't want too many pockets and uneven finish. Just keep touching this up a little bit more and that should be it. I don't want to go too... guys, legs are back on. So these have just been spray painted with a black gloss, covered up. Oh, it's not a black gloss. It's a black. Yeah, it's a black gloss, but it's a rust protective paint as well. So it had a few patches underneath where, as I said, I found it on the side of the road, and then they did the curbside pickup. So it's been rust protected as well now. Now I've got to mix up a nice clear resin to pour over this and match it up and make it look nice. So that is the next step. Underneath's done now. I'll probably put a couple more little bolts under there once I get some. I don't have any. I just broke the one that we the one that came with it. So I don't have any other little bolts, and I don't go that thin. So I'll get a couple of 25mm bolts. I mean, not bolts, screws. Jeez Louise. Broken much? Brain. Okay. Resin. 2-part. Let's mix it up. Clear. Coat it over the top. Actually, I will pour it because I've still got a few little pockets here. So I'll pour it and let it auto level and pour over to where it needs to go. And then touch up the sides with a paintbrush or foam roller. Depends on what I've got in the shed. Anyway, I'll get straight into it. Stop boring you with my talking. How are we? Okie dokie. This table, it has come up. This is probably my best resin job so far. It has come up mint. Might need to do a little bit of sanding where it's a bit light on some of the sides here, like a little bit of a touch up. But that is nothing crazy. We're talking like a little bit of a sand to remove the sharpie bits. But yeah, a resin table. This table was literally waste. So hopefully I've reclaimed it, done it a bit of justice and brought it back to life. Because yeah, this will be another, I guess, Mates for Mates piece. I will put this up on the store, and if anyone wants it, put an offer out on it. I guess cost-wise, free table, and probably $20 worth of resin. My time. But yeah, that's as I said, this one will go straight onto the Mates for Mates store, and then into the fundraiser page, whatever we can raise for this one. All right. Next video, I'm in the process of doing a little tiny kids outdoor picnic table. Dramas are my gurney or my pressure washer hose may have touched the exhaust as I was doing things, and it's a nightmare, but it's always fun to watch, isn't it? Entertaining. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share it around, tell your friends, tell your mum, give me a follow, and I'll send her a message. But yeah, this one, as I said, we'll put this into the Mates for Mates fundraising page, whatever we get from it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my videos. I'll keep making them. I've got a few, as I said, in the works. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Quilty, and I'm out. Thanks, guys.